Alright, so this is gonna be a real kind of quick video, and it's basically gonna be, come meet a real transvestigator who actually isn't a tranny. Title in progress. But basically, yeah, so you've probably heard of this thing called transvestigation or whatever in the last couple of years, where basically people allege that many people, including pretty much all of the elite, are transsexual. And yeah, it's true. But what they don't tell you is that most of the people doing it are transsexual themselves. And, what they also don't tell you is that most of the people on the streets even are transsexuals. They're like an entirely different species other than human. And they don't tell you that. Well, Jesus Christ told you that with the wheat and the tares. So that gives you an idea of who you really need to listen to. But this video is basically going to be, come meet a transvestigator who actually isn't a tranny themselves. And so, what are some of the ways you can tell, head to toe, trans, I'm a man, and all the things that apply to a man, you just flip it for a woman, right? So a man should have, bigger feet. I'm not, I wear a size 10 and a half, 11. I'm not going to show you my feet. I don't think you really want to see that, whatever. But, a real man should have bigger feet than a woman. From head to toe, I'm going to go up. A real man should probably, I'm guessing the legs of a real man should be longer than the torso. More of a man's length is going to come from the legs. And for a woman, it's going to be more of the length. Like this is where my, hip bone is pretty much. And for a woman, more of the height is going to come from the torso. I've heard people debate that, but basically my thought on it is this. A woman is going to need that extra length in her torso to have kids. Like, why would a woman have kids with a short torso? It's going to be too compact, right? It doesn't make any sense. And also men, they want the long limbs, because they got to run, they got to grab things, they might have to fight, they might have to do all sorts of different things. It's better to have long limbs for functionality. Whereas for women, they want the long torso. That's more room for the, breasts to feed the kids. There's more room for the stomach to hold the baby. More room for all the organs that, reproductive organs a woman has. It makes more sense for a woman to have a longer torso. You might find conflicting opinions on this in the internet, but, the internet is generally ran by trannies, like, most everything. So, you gotta worry about that. A real man is gonna, his belly button is going to be, above his hip bone. A woman, I think it's like even, you're gonna have to trust me on that one. I'm not gonna get naked for you guys. Whatever. So, a real man, his elbow should, come to his hip bone. Okay? And I hope I'm teaching some of you people how you can spot a real man from a tranny. A real man should have arms that go straight down. A woman's gonna have arms that kind of go out like that. A real man should have arms that go straight down. A real man is going to have a spine. It goes up and down. A woman's spine is going to curve or something like that. Real man's, woman's probably going to have more of a butt. A man, take note for, like, if you see, like, women in bikinis or in panties or whatever, a real woman's buttocks is gonna be like a circle, her butt cheeks, okay? You're gonna have to trust me. I've been studying trannies and transsexuals and transvestigation for, like, going on 2 years now. So you're gonna have to trust me that I'm an expert, okay? A real woman, her butt or whatever is gonna be like a circle, and a man is gonna be like an oval. It's gonna be longer. Why? Because a man's legs are longer, so of course his butt cheek is gonna be stretched out, whereas a woman is gonna be shrunken in like a circle, okay? And generally speaking, men are like stretched out, angular. Women are like circular, compact. I mean, that's, kind of, vague, but generally speaking, okay? Men have longer arms. The elbows should drop down to the hip bone. The arms should almost touch the knees, And, some people are like, well, white people don't do that. Well, there are some white guys who do have long arms, and it's because they're not trannies, okay? The white guys with the really short arms, they're trannies. They're not real white guys, okay? But, I mean, with that being said, most people of every race are trannies, so it's not like it's just white guys or something. Most people of every race are trannies. A woman has overly sloping shoulders. A man should have more, like, even shoulders. I will show this. A man has a collarbone that's sticking out, okay? A man has a longer neck. A man has a longer neck, squared out shoulders. A man, his hands, his trigger fingers should be long. His trigger finger should be shorter than his ring finger. And his hands are generally longer, rougher looking. He needs to have a bone, like a wrist bone right here, a wrist bone right there. I'm right-handed. Left hand doesn't stick out quite as much. But, still, trigger finger shorter than ring finger. I don't have to throw up the devil horns to do it. Wrist bone right there. Big, large, man hands. Okay, almost the size of my face. I talk like this because I have a long man neck. I don't have that long of an Adam's apple. Big of an Adam's apple. It's there though, if you can see it. You can tell I'm tired. Real men have big ears. What you'll see nowadays is you'll see a lot of these dudes walking around. They'll have like these ears. They're shaped like a quarter, and they're like tiny size ears. They're like a quarter. They're like a quarter, and it's so absurd. It would be like if I snipped my ear right here, and just showed you that. That's what these dudes walking around with. And it's absolutely absurd. That's a female ear. Alright, so real men, it's going to be a horizontal line. The chin is going to be spread apart. It's going to be wide. A woman's chin is going to be narrow. Okay, a woman's chin is going to be like a V. A man's chin is going to be more like that. So you can see, even with my struggle beard, my chin is wide, right? A woman, her head should not, like, stick out from her neck. Her head should be like in line with the neck. What you're gonna see is you're gonna see a lot of women have heads like mine, where the head is like, you see how the head, the neck is here and then the head comes out. You're gonna have a lot of women like that, but that's not how it should be. A real woman's head should only be about as wide as her neck. It shouldn't be wider than the neck. That's not how it goes for a real woman. For a male, yeah, it's not for a real woman. A real man should have a jawline that's more like a box or like a U, and a woman is gonna have a jawline that's more like a banana. Okay, a V is gonna be more like a V, but a man's jawline is gonna be more like, like a box or like a U. Okay, it's gonna be more like a trap jaw. Strong muscles, jaw muscles. Okay. Also, my beard isn't so big that you can't see the real outline of my skull. So, you see how it comes down here and it goes out here? A real woman, she's gonna have a jaw that comes right here, but a man is gonna have a jaw that drops down. It's gonna be, again, like a box. A woman's gonna have a skull that's like a banana. Again, like a banana. A woman, obviously her forehead and crap isn't gonna be like a banana, but a woman's jawlines, both this way and this way, is gonna remind you of a banana. Okay, a real woman, and she's gonna have a narrow skull that's only about as big as the neck. It's not gonna stick out. A real man, this is important. A real man is gonna have lines in the lips. Okay, and a real man is gonna have big teeth. Because, why wouldn't he? The skull is bigger. Should be. So a real man is going to have big teeth. Okay? Also, another thing, a real man, his fingertips are going to be like an oval, more kind of stretched out. A real woman is going to have fingertips that are more like a circle, okay? This is kind of minute things here, but you need to be aware. A real man's fingertips are going to be stretched out. A woman's fingertips are going to be more circle. So a real man should have fingertips that look like an oval. So mine's look like an oval, okay? A woman is going to look more like a circle. And these are just general concepts you can always kind of apply. I already did the jawlines. Strong cheekbones. You got all these women running around with these strong cheekbones. They have these strong cheekbones and their face drops all the way down. That's not how it should be, okay? You're saying you see women like that all the time. Well, that's because most women are trannies. Out of 50 women, you might find 2 who are actually trannies. And that's because most of them are just, demons and fallen angels pretending to be women, but they're not real human women, okay? Real human women don't have strong cheekbones. You see, strong cheekbones that just drop down with the face. That's not how a real woman's face should be. There shouldn't be these strong cheekbones and it just ought to come in. But a man has strong cheekbones and they drop down his face, okay? Nose. A real man is going to have a lot of space between the bottom of his nose and top of his lip to basically have room for a mustache. generally speaking, real women should have bigger lips, fuller lips. With black people, obviously, even the men have fuller lips, but even still, black women should have bigger lips than black men. So that's why you see Jay-Z, he looks so funny, because even though he's a black man, he shouldn't have lips that big, okay? He's a tranny. Knuckles should stick out more on a real man's fist, too. Real men have a wider nose. Real men have space between the eye. A woman should be closer together, her eyes. Real men should have some more space between the eyes and a wide, big, strong nose. A woman's nose really shouldn't grab your attention. A man's nose should grab your attention. See, a real man should have a sloping forehead, and a brow bone, okay? See this, bone ridge right here? That's what you want in a real man. In the eyes, you see how my eyes are set back into my skull? That's what you want in a real man. You get that in a woman, you've got yourself a tranny, okay? A real man should have a big forehead, and, I ain't combed my hair. I'm about to go to bed, but, my forehead is pretty big, as you can see. So that's which is consistent with a real man. And a real man should have a big forehead. A real man should also have a clearly defined hairline. See how it comes here? I don't really want to take my hat off. I ain't combed my hair. About to go to bed. But, see how it comes right here, it comes right here, it comes right here. See, like, how clear, defined my hairline is. And I hadn't had, I'm just picking out my hair. I hadn't really had a haircut in months. But you look at these stars, like say if you're black, look at Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed gets a haircut like every week. Why? Because he doesn't have a real hairline. So he has to get a haircut every week, because otherwise he wouldn't have a real hairline, because he's not a real man. Yeah, he's 6'4" and whatever, but doesn't matter. He's not a real man. They can make a tall tranny woman. They can just give it hormones. So Tariq Nasheed doesn't have a real hairline. He has to get his haircut like, Floyd Mayweather, Jay-Z. These guys get their haircut every week to give the appearance of a real hairline. A real man's hairline, a man needs to have a straight hairline. It needs to be straight. And then you see how it comes right here. Right here. A real man should have a straight hairline. A lot of white dudes with the black trannies, the black clones, they try to give the appearance of a straight hairline because black people, they still expect that. With white people, they don't even expect a straight hairline anymore. They've been so many white trannies for so long. That's not saying every white person's a tranny, okay? But the ones who are, you guys need to take a look around. You're kind of rare, okay? You're like, 1 in 100 or something. But black people nowadays, we're not that much rarer. Black humans who aren't trannies. This is gonna be a little bit much for you, some of you guys, but maybe I'm just throwing out numbers here. Maybe 4% of black women are not trannies. Maybe 2% of black women, of black men, are humans, okay, not tranny. And then for white people, the numbers might be like half that, Okay? So you're not talking about very many people who are actually human now. Okay? So 4% maybe of black women are actual human, not tranny. 2% of black men maybe real, not tranny. And then for white people, it's like half that, okay? So you're not talking about very many real people on the earth right now. And it might even be lower. I'm not, an expert, but that's just what I'm seeing on these streets. So anyway, man's eyes should be... the men who have like the arching eyebrows, they're trannies. A real man's eyebrows should be just straight and level. Yeah, women who have to paint on, draw on their eyebrows, they're trannies, but you know that. They nasty looking bitches. I'm sorry for cursing, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Christ. Yeah. I kind of adopted a street slang when I was in middle school to seem cool and, hadn't really quite left it. But I got to. I pretty much covered just about everything. I mean, there's probably some other small things, but obviously a woman's... Another thing you need to watch out for. You got a lot of women out there who are trannies. When their figure comes out, the actual hip bone will still stay kind of straight, but they'll curve out at the butt. But that's not how it should be. It should come out at the waist and then stay the same at the butt or like start to come in. But a lot of women, because they're trannies, their hips are straight and then they come out at the butt to give the illusion of a hip bone curve, but it's not really a hip bone curve. It's really coming out at... Their hips are really straight. The butt is curving out. Really, it should be the hips are curving out and then it goes the same for the butt or it starts to come back in. Okay? So a lot of women are giving you the illusion of a hip bone curve, but they don't really have one. And a lot of men have a hip bone curve, so you need to take a look at that. I don't have a hip bone curve because I'm not a tranny. But yeah, this is basically, you got a few people talking crap about me, but I'm like the only person. I mean, I not only am I the only person on YouTube not doing, not only am I like the only transvestigator who isn't a tranny, probably, I'm like, seemingly sometimes I'm like the only real human on YouTube. Go figure. And I know I'm not. That's a little bit, extreme of me or whatever. But it's sometimes it feels that way. I mean, so if you're not a bot and you're not a demon and you're not a real human, I would appreciate some comments or whatever. I don't monetize my videos, never have, never will. I'm doing this purely for the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So, yeah, that's just about it. And, hope you enjoyed the video. Everything I said that applies to men, it applies to women, basically the same. Also, I've heard it said that a lot of these trannies, they blink too much, or they don't blink at all. And what I would mean by too much would probably be like once every 5 seconds or so. If I'm in a car, if I'm doing a car video, I'm looking at the road, I'm looking at the camera, I blink too much. Okay, yeah. And then I have demons maybe inside that make me blink too much to make people say, oh, he's a clone too. But, I mean, I don't think I blink too much here, and this is just me normal. If anything, people are probably going to say I don't blink enough, which is what I thought people would say. Never figured I would turn on a camera and then all of a sudden, like, blow, I just start blinking. I think that was probably just, like, every human woman or not, has their demons, and I think that was just them messing with me. But anyway, yeah, this is my video. I haven't done videos in a while. I kind of do my videos in spurts and then I stop. Gotta at least get like some videos, every 2 weeks. We'll see. But, still, some of the, I'm not gonna say that. But, I do good videos, I think. And if you like it, please leave a comment. Like, just be nice to have some humans to talk to, about this, who are not pulling my leg or trolling me or whatever. Be nice. I don't really even get trolls, but be nice to have some real humans talking to me. But, yeah, that's my video. Hope you guys liked it, and peace and blessings. Remember, if you don't want to become one of these trannies, because these trannies, I think they're demons, they're fallen angels, and they're clones, and if you don't want to become one of them, you really need to pray just about every day, every morning, every night, to God, to Christ, to the Father God. Let them know that you love them with all your heart and all your soul and all your might, and love your neighbors as yourself. Get in that Bible and you really do your best to sprint to the end, because we're coming up on it. Okay, there's this new show coming out on Netflix called what's it called? It has Will Smith in it. I forget what it's called, honestly. But, I mean, it's like a human police officer with an orc partner and a bunch of supernatural creatures in Los Angeles, and they go around solving crimes involving, like, humans and intermixing with non-humans. I mean, crap is getting wild. It's about, I pray we've got, more than a year before it gets to that, because I feel like there's a lot that I want to do, that I need to do, in terms of maybe reaching people in real life, But, crap is getting wild. It's really, I turn on, not MSNBC, but like, NBC or, MSN, yeah, MSN.com. Like, every other day now, they have these, like, fake alien stories about people seeing UFOs and stuff like that. And it's like, one, the Earth is flat, so they're not from outer space. Two, there may be UFOs, but they're just fallen angels and demons. Whatever. So, who knows how far we are from just, certain leaders or people or whatever showing how inhuman they really are. Who really knows? So, you better get ready now. And the only way you can get ready is through being right with the Heavenly Father. And the only way you can do that is by being right with His Son. Okay, so, peace and blessings, guys, and peace out, and, I wish you all good luck.